The reason we went to Venice is that in 1995 we had heard that Edward Poitras went and he represented the country of Canada, and that Gerald McMaster was the curator of that exhibit. And that was very impressive to us here in the Southwest, because here was an indigenous person, an artist with an indigenous curator representing their whole country, you know, the big vast country of Canada. Here's a Native person telling his story.
The Biennale is the oldest contemporary venue or contemporary exhibition. It's prestigious to just be there as a patron or especially as an artist. It was important for the Native voice because the Native voice has not been represented there. The Native voice from the United States.
While we were preparing for Venice, I talked to a psychologist from Tucson who was an Italian native. And he said that he suspected that almost all of the contemporary world are searching for answers because they don't like the direction that the modern industrial nations are leading this world. The international art market doesn't deal with Indian people. As Native Americans, we are trying to portray ourselves as living human beings and not historic, romantic, or decorative, especially purchasable from an outside people.
Experimenting with the modern technologies of image processing and are interested in imaging processes that were used in the past. We use paint, videos, cameras, historical photographs, dirt.
The show opened up here. It would have taken on more of a sense of entertainment, you know, and people that are buying Native American crafts aren't necessarily conscious of us. It's not comfortable enough, maybe, you know.
And so what we're basically doing is opening up this new territory and saying, hey, we're not in the Southwest arts market where your work has to be judged by a jury who says whether it's good or bad. You know, it really created this kind of freedom for us, and that you're pretty much opening yourself up for criticism as well.
Giving people to begin to once again to say our Ute people have began this mission again to reassert themselves at the time of the prophecy. The ancestors referring to this specific time, the conditions of the earth, other races, other nationalities, other countries. The Indian people haven't wandered away from this, and we can share that.
One of the projects of Venice is to bring questions up. It's not to come up with answers, but to question our identity, the one we've been offered by our elders, the one we've been offered by the history book, the one we've been offered by the market. We should question it. The depth of Indian people in each tribe is as complex as the Italians or the English or the Germans or the Spanish.
I wish we can get more people to maybe see this aspect of contemporary Native American art, because it's just not there yet. You know, the major art magazines certainly don't address us, you know.
And I'm sure every person in the project kind of had similar experiences where they were pushing themselves in a way. And that's kind of thrilling. You know, you can prove yourself up to a certain level, what you think you're capable of, but it's not until you really exceed that level that you really know what you're capable of.
I'm going to slap you right now.
Native Americans have experienced and endured identities imposed upon them by colonial powers, most of which originate in Europe. This imposition has resulted to a great extent, more than we admit and realize, in the loss of a sense of a centered human self and the weakening and loss of indigenous cultural identity.
We weren't doing what people expected Native American work to be. I don't know if there was anything in that show that was really comfortable right offhand. You know, it's sort of like you blast it out there, you know, expressing the lives that we've lived, you know, as contemporary people. And just this sense of survival over the last 100, 200 years.
We have the right to be in Venice. And if American government won't acknowledge contemporary Indian thought on a 2- or 3-dimensional level, we have the right to acknowledge ourselves. We really were trying to show that art came from our culture, and we were going to try desperately to get it back to our culture. Yeah, Harry Fonseca, we were sitting there having a cup of cappuccino in the morning, and he looked out the window and he says, wouldn't it be nice to wake up some morning and have a place in your own society? And that's exactly what we're trying to do. As artists, all this intelligence, all this genius, all this talent should be used by our own people for ourselves, not for a market.
Be free. You got to be you. Who else are you going to be? Got to be you. If you want to have fun, you got to be you. No one can do it for you, baby. You know that you're the only one. Dream big if you want to fly high. You got to dream big if you're ever going to touch the sky. Got to dream big if you want to be free. that you're the only one. Well, I had a dream, and I dreamt I could fly. Put my feet near the edge, and I watched as I touched the sky. I flew all night until I reached the sea. I saw the stars in the water. Put those stars inside of me. Got to be you. If you want to be free, oh, you got to be you. Who else are you going to be? Got to be you. If you want to have fun, you got to be you. No one can do it for you, baby. You know that you're the only